everyone, and welcome to another live affirmation and card of the day with myself, the Mystic Witch, Lady Moonlight. Good to be back. Hello, Danielle. Good to be back doing a live again. I took a break on Wednesday from my lives because myself and my partner went out for the day, which happens, and we had a good day out in Glasgow and spent some quality time together because we like going out for meals and spending a little bit of quality time with each other, as well as me doing my work that I do. He never stops me from doing the work that is important to me, i.e. helping others. He's very supportive of that. So I like from time to time to take a day off and just spend the day chilling with my wonderful man. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Marquis. Lovely to see you all. Wednesday we took the day off. I was back live yesterday with you wonderful ladies, and we had some wonderful readings. Today I got a new deck of cards which I absolutely love. I've tried them out for myself, and every day I'll be doing a little mini reading with these. I like them because they have 4 sections in here. The first section of cards is rest and balance, and then we have curiosity and joy. We also have insight and awareness, and the one that I chose for earlier on was kindness. So every day I will be asking my guides to pick a category, and from that category I will pick a random card of the day for us all. So I started that today for you all. I also dabble into this myself, and because I do my own readings as well when I'm not online, just for guidance for myself and to confirm some messages that my guides give to me as well. And so far, I am super impressed. I'm also going to be getting, hopefully it arrives tomorrow, it's a book I was drawn to, and it's called The Book of Answers. You may have seen it. And I'm always loving books. I actually have an angel book. You basically flick the pages and you stop at a page that draws you, and then you find your message. The Book of Answers is very similar to that as well, and for whatever reason I have been drawn to it. It's been calling me for a while, so hopefully it arrives tomorrow and I can cleanse it, and then maybe tomorrow night, as well as doing the little 6 readings that I do, I can pull a question and answer for you from that book, if I can get it cleansed. It depends on what time the postie brings it, obviously, but if he brings it in time for me to be able to cleanse it in between doing everything else, that's something that I might, if you are interested in me doing that during my lives, as well as the 6 readings that I do every evening, I'll be more than happy to do that for you all. Oh, thank you. Hello, where art thou? Hello, little miss. Hello, Jackie. Lots of people jumping on. I haven't, the only makeup I have on today is my lippy. I sometimes I just don't go, I don't put makeup on. I have no foundation. All I have is my lippy on, which isn't bad for 57 years young, but I do use natural products, which makes a huge, huge difference. If you're putting chemicals on your skin, you're going to age rapidly. But if you go au natural and you make sure that your natural products have the basic ingredients that your skin needs, vitamin C, collagen, and hyaluronic. It needs these three main structured ingredients in your skincare. And if it's natural and chemical free, even better. So I take a collagen herbal supplement as well, which also helps my skin. All the products that I use are on my web shop, link in the bio. But if you've seen my post on TikTok earlier, you will see my skin 7 years ago was anything like this. I'm actually reversing the signs of aging just by going natural. I did try years ago a foundation which a store I won't name told me had no chemicals in it. I took the foundation home, tried it, and it irritated the absolute hell out of my skin. So I stopped using over-the-shop products because of the chemicals in them. And I went on a worldly search for au natural, and I haven't looked back. I found the right company that suits my needs and is also earth-friendly. It makes a huge difference. And a lot of people will say, but it's costly when you go natural. Well, what price would you put on your health? What price would you put on your health? I would rather spend more on my health and my well-being than spend less and then have ill health and problems later on in life with my skin. That's the way I see it. I invest in myself. These products that I use have worked for me. And when I found out they worked for me, I knew they could work for other women as well. And we even have amazing best-selling hormonal herbal treatments as well, which has helped so many women already. Lucy that often comes on, she put her trust in the hormonal one and she's never looked back. She says it has been a life-saving for her because we're women, right? You know, and we go through hormonal changes at the menopause. There's a product that I promote called Balance, and it does exactly what it says on the tins. It balances our hormones and gets our hormones back to where they were before we hit menopause. And that's a huge, huge plus for many women, because not all women can sail easily through the stormy waters of menopause. So, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just... Hi, Pixie. Yes, we were talking about skincare. I've had a really good day, thank you. Oh, if you're going through the menopause, Debbie, you definitely need to give Balance a try, honestly. Everyone that I've spoke to that have tried Balance swear by it. Absolutely swear by it. Lucy just can't survive without it. She stopped for 1 month. She was taking it for a month. Her skin was so much better. Her moods were so much better. Her cycles were less heavy. She had less cramps. And those women that go through mood swings through menopause and the cycles, they stopped getting mood swings. To the point, there was one woman's husband that was more than happy to buy her monthly supply of balance if it meant that he didn't get hit over the head with a frying pan every month. So, other people's results speak volumes. So if you are struggling with hormones, check out my website and my shop on there. If you look up balance, it has all the ingredients in there and they are all natural. Oh, bless. I wish I was 40 again. I'm 57. I wish I was 40. Oh, bless. Hi, kids and pups. Lovely to see you. Hi, Vicky. Yeah, I wish I was 40 again, let me tell you. But yeah, do check out the store. There is lots of wonderful supplements that will help for all different things, whether it's anxiety, whether it's menopause, whether you want an energy boost. We have little pixie sticks of energy, which is no caffeine in there, but and there's no artificial flavorings or whatever. It's got natural sweeteners in there. And they all taste amazing. Even our green tea has 6 different lush flavors. Orange passion being one of them. We've got sweet tea. We've got strawberry and pineapple. We've got raspberry. We've got mocha. There is so many lush flavors. Mango. We have a mango as well. Pomegranate and mango one. It is. It's fantastic stuff. Hi, Penny. Definitely, definitely. The products are out of this world, honestly. And the thing is, with the products, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you purchase them, or you purchase a month's supply and you're not happy with them, you can send them back with a no quibble money back guarantee within the first 30 days. But I can guarantee you won't be wanting to send them back. I've tried many of our supplements and I absolutely love them. I certainly wouldn't trade any of them for all the tea in China because I just love them. It's, Shield itself is an immunity builder, and I've been around people with COVID during the outbreak and never yet had COVID. Haven't been vaccinated, don't intend to be vaccinated. Again, I just don't want the chemicals, thank you very much. Never worn masks throughout the whole 2-year pandemic. Why would you cover both your breathing by covering it with a mask? You breathe in oxygen through your nose, you breathe out carbon monoxide through your mouth. If you're covering your nose and your mouth, you're breathing in oxygen, but you're also breathing in your own carbon monoxide. Why on earth would you do that? Just getting out there. And that's why I refused point blank to wear masks, even though governments tell you it is mandatory to wear masks. What many people don't know is that when you look into the Human Rights Act, you cannot be forced to wear masks. You cannot be forced to have vaccines if you solely choose not to. There's a lot in the Human Rights Act that many people don't know and our governments don't tell us. Exactly. Yep, if you spend £80, you get free shipping as well. And if you decide to be an influencer, even if you don't want to sell to other people and you just want to buy the products for yourself, which is how I started, I joined the Avira platform. Cost me nothing to join, and I get 25 to 50% commission on instant commission back on everything that I buy through my Avira store, which means if I'm spending £100, I'm only spending £75 because I will get £25 commission back. Not bad. And then I usually spend that £25 commission on getting more goodies from Avira, because that's the way the switch rolls. But yeah. Exactly. To apply to be an influencer or to have your own store that you can buy from, is absolutely free. Anyone that wants to know a little bit more, please get in touch. I'll be more than happy to tell you that. But I originally joined Avira for myself. I read about the products. I saw what the products did for my friend Tracy. I watched Tracy's journey for about 3 months before I decided to invest in Avira products for myself. Then I jumped on board, started buying the products solely for myself. Then people started asking me what my secret was, because I was starting to look younger, not older. So I told them, and a few people became customers, and a few people joined my Avira team. And they are absolutely loving the fact that they can get cheaper products just by being an influencer. And of course, if they spend £80, they're getting free shipping as well. And they're getting between 25 to 50% commission on everything that they buy, plus extra bonuses, plus all the sales, etc. that come into that. I just love being a part of it. Do you know what, Pixie? You can be my personal assistant anytime. The amount of hours in my day, let me tell you, I could certainly do with a PA. Because some days between doing my lives and doing my personal book readings, then my Reiki healing, I also get people asking me to read dreams as well. I decode dreams, so people can come to me, and my coding dreams are free. People can DM me with their dream and ask me what the dream meaning is, and I will decode the dream and let you know what your dream's meaning is. That, as well as doing other readings as well. So I'm going off the invite for joining me live, just because this is a readings live as well as me chatting to you all. And if I was to allow loads of people to come on and go live with me, I'd never get my readings done. I'd be here all day. I can certainly send you Reiki, which will de-stress. Or the other way of de-stressing is what you're already doing every night anyway, and doing my sky and earth grounding. That also de-stresses you. But yeah, I can send you distant Reiki that de-stresses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my affirmation of the day, and then my card of the day, and then we'll go on to our 6 readings, and then we'll see how time goes, and we could have a little chat in between, sort of after that, so that I'm not keeping you all hanging on. For all my new viewers, I come on every evening between 9 and 10 now, I would say, because my days are extremely busy just now. And I will pick a card of the day and an affirmation of the day. And then after the card and affirmation of the day, I will then pick 6 names from our viewers that are watching me live tonight. I usually ask after the card of the day for everyone to throw up their emoji, their favourite emojis. And as the emojis are scrolling up the page, I usually pick 6 names at random. If you don't manage to be lucky enough to get a personal reading tonight out of the 6 names, I do have a free readings list on my profile page that you can ask for a card. The list is, because every time I go live, more people jump on the list, so patient with that one. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the affirmation, and today's affirmation: I am trustworthy. Telling yourself every day that you are trustworthy, but not just telling yourself, meaning it as well. Because here's the thing, you can try and be dishonest with somebody. You can try and come across as being honest, whilst, as some Native Americans would say, talk with forked tongue, or come as a friend but deceive somebody. But ultimately, the only person in the end that you are deceiving is yourself. Because somewhere down the line, the truth always comes out. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow or next month or a year's time, but the truth will always emerge from lies or untruths. Because in all honesty, people are going to unravel your lies by themselves. You know, I've had a lot of people go behind my back and talk about me behind my back, all untrue stuff. The people that actually take the time to listen to those lies without actually coming to the source, i.e. coming to ask me whether it's true or not, probably outweighs the number of people that actually have a mind of their own and decide to say, okay, that's your opinion of the Mystic Witch, but you know what, I'm gonna go across there and I'm gonna speak to the Mystic Witch, and I'm actually gonna get to know the Mystic Witch myself, and I'll make my own opinion of it. Now, on average, maybe 1, 2, if you're lucky, out of 10 people will do that. That leaves 8 people taking other people's lies as gospel. But here's the thing, what then happens is, out of the lies that they keep going and spreading about you, there will be somebody that they tell those lies to that know the person that they're lying about. And that's when the karma comes in. Because that person then turns around and says, actually, you know what? You're talking BS. Because I actually know the Mystic Witch. And I've known the Mystic Witch for many years. And there's not one seed of truth in anything that you've said. And then that person will go and tell every single person that you have told the lies to the truth. Now what happens then is the people that have been lied to feel like fools, because they followed the wrong person. It's have you ever heard the saying, if you fly with the crows, you get shot with them? Basically, if you're going to be drawn into somebody's lies, somebody's deceit, or whatever else, you're going to be shot alongside them. And you're going to be made to feel a fool. So, with always knowing this bit of wisdom, I've always said to people, do you know what? You can judge me. You can say whatever you want about me. I am who I am. What you see with me is what you get. Now, I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And not everybody will like me. I have some people that don't like witches, for a start. Right? But most people do not trust or like witches because of the bad name you were given in the past. And I'm okay with that. That's your ignorance about witches, not mine. But I'm okay with that. You know, you're entitled to your opinions, but I'm entitled to not give a shit about your opinions, about me, because I know who I am. Yeah, exactly, Debbie. Yep. Yep. When people lie about you, you're doing something right. Yeah, exactly. You know, if people are telling lies behind your back, you're doing something right. That's what I always say. My ex was the biggest liar on this goddamn planet. I was pretty much the only one that saw through his lies. Now, as the years are going in, people are actually seeing his lies, and they actually feel foolish because they lost a good friend, i.e. they lost a friend in me because they believed their lies. One of those very people was my own sister. Go figure. She believed his lies more than her own sister. So, you know, if I can give any advice with affirmation of the day, I am trustworthy. What you see is what you get. The knowledge that I have, I freely share. I don't get involved in people's drama. If people come to me talking about other people, I stop them in their track and I say, excuse me, just stop right there, thank you very much. I don't really want to know. If I want to know about a person, I'll go and introduce myself. Thank you very much. I will make my own opinions about them. Thank you very much. I'm the same on Facebook and TikTok. I'm almost reaching something like 2K followers. Do I follow every single one of those 2K followers back? No. I read their profile. I make my own decisions. Do I trust this person? Is there something this person is hiding? Is this person a male looking for a date? I won't tell you how many DMs I have got that are saying, hi, I'm 23 looking for a wonderful man like you. And I'm like, okay. Since when did my photo look like a man? Block. I just have no time for that. Nor do I have time for readers that say, oh, I've just read your profile photo, and I feel you need a reading. Really? Clearly you haven't spent 2 minutes looking at my profile, because if you'd spent 2 minutes looking at my profile, 1, you would see I was a witch, 2, you would see I was a psychic, and 3, a healer. Why the heck would I want somebody jumping in my PM box and saying, hey, do you want a reading? No, thank you. My guides tell me everything I want to know. Hello everyone. Hello Zen. Do you know what? That's not a bad thing to not trust a lot of human beings, let me tell you. Hi college. Oh bless. Well hopefully you'll get you'll be picked out of one of the six. Hello Randy. I'm doing fine, thank you. But yeah, the only one that you are deceiving by being dishonest is yourself. Now, one thing me and my partner are, my partner is my soulmate. We've been together 8 happy years. I trust him 1000% and vice versa. We have no trust issues. I will help him just as much as he helps me. He knows I've no hidden agendas. What he sees in me is what he gets, and vice versa. And that's what's made our relationship so strong and unbreakable. And it's one of the reasons I don't tolerate all these, DMs. Hi, how are you? Where are you from? Are you single? Whatever. And then when you tell them, no, I'm not single, they still ask you for a date. I ain't. You know what? There's dating apps for that, guys. If you're going to jump in my DM box and want a lovey-dovey relationship, or you want to know all about my personal life, I don't do that. My personal life is between me and my partner and my children and grandchildren. The rest, no. My DM box is for people who are looking for readings, who are looking for healing, who are looking for spiritual advice. Other than that, I also support women who have been going through abuse and children who have gone through abuse. I have helped people who are sick to get better. That's who and what I do. Some will hate me, some will love me, but I'm okay with either, because I'll still continue to do what I need to do in life. I will still continue to help others through my readings, through my healing, etc. And I don't apologize for walking out of people's lives that don't serve or don't walk my path, or decide that they are going to come and harass on social media. I've been through 50 years of abuse. And when you've gone through 50 years of bullying and abuse, you don't take any bullshit. You basically just walk away or block. You build strength from the bricks that others have tossed at you. I may be 57 years in this lifetime, but past lives, I'm a lot older and a lot wiser. I know a lot of things that many people don't know. I keep a lot of universal wisdom to myself and only share to those that really, really need it. So this is who I am, and I won't compromise my truth or my loyalty to those that support the work that I do. And neither should you. And if you've been spending your life trying to deceive people and trying to gain friends through untrue words or actions. In the end, those very people that you are trying to influence and that you are trying to pull away from somebody else, they're going to turn on you in the end. And really, at the end of the day, is it worth it? Probably not. So the best thing that you can do is each day say to yourself, today I'm trustworthy. I am trustworthy today. Because if I wasn't trustworthy, the only person I'm fooling is myself. So when I'm coming on and doing my work, what you see is what you get. Not everybody's going to agree with me, and that's absolutely fine. There are probably hundreds of other readers on TikTok that you could go to. One thing that you won't find with me, yep, exactly. Will my sister's husband come back to her? Without doing an actual reading or whatever, I can't answer that one straight off. I really do have to be sitting down with somebody, doing a one-to-one reading, full in-depth reading to actually answer that one. Any psychic that is going to say yes or no to that one straight away isn't worth their salt. Because you need to really delve into that one, especially with relationships are concerned. You're more than welcome. It's the same with people who offer love spells. If somebody is going to offer you a love spell, please be wary. Most love spells fail in the end. They may work to begin with, but they fail. Because I had, in the past, people have come to me and says, do you do spells? Yes, I do spells. Do you do love spells? No. And then I would say, why do you want a love spell? Because I love this man, but he doesn't love me, and I want him to love me. So can you give me a spell to do that? No, I can't. And they'll look at me and say, well, why not? You're a witch. Because I cannot dabble with somebody's free will. It goes against every universal law, and I will not break universal law. I'm a starseed and I'm an indigo child. The last thing I am going to be doing is breaking universal laws by taking away somebody's free will. That would be like a lady saying, I love that man, I want that man, but he doesn't want me. Give me a spell to make him love me. You're just as well handing her a frying pan and saying, right, hit him over the head, knock him out, lock him in the room and keep him in the room till he agrees to love you. Hold him against his will, because that's exactly what love spells are doing. They're taking somebody's free will to be able to choose whether somebody likes you or not, or whether somebody loves you or not. Imagine if you, imagine if you're a woman and this man came and said he loved you with all his heart, but you got warnings with your gut instinct saying, don't go near him, don't do it, don't fall in love. There was no chemistry, there was no feelings for this man. And you turn and says, sorry, but I don't feel the same. And he then forces you to love him against your will. How would that make you feel? You have no feelings for this man whatsoever, and yet he is holding you against your own free will, saying, you will love me. How would you feel if you really, really didn't trust somebody, you had no feelings for them, but yet you were forced to love them? It wouldn't be the nicest feeling in the world. And that's exactly what a love spell does. Why would you do that to another human being? Why would you take away their free will? Why would you take away their free will to be able to choose their partner, to choose the one that they are connected with, and that the other person also loves them back? Why would you do that? And yet thousands of people will go to spell-casting witches who promise that they do love spells that work. And if you get these ones that come in your DM box and say, oh, you need to see this witch. I lost my husband and she got him to come back to me through doing a spell. Chances are that person is working with the witch to deceive. Not all that glitters is gold. Not all spells are demonic. And that, again, that goes back to the Church of Rome's beliefs about witches and spells. I cast spells, but not all are demonic. In fact, in witchcraft, in old traditional witchcraft, we don't believe in demons or devils. Demons and devils are something that the Christian church or the Roman church brought back in the 17th, 18th century. We don't recognize the devil, nor do we recognize demons. We are basically healers of the earth, and we are seers. We can see past, present, and future, and we help people as we go along our way. A lot of the spells that I do are healing spells. If a plant is sick, I will cast a healing spell and heal it, or I'll give that plant Reiki. If a person is sick, I will give them spiritual healing. If I want to manifest something in my own life, I will do a spell. Because what we want in life, we can manifest just through words and thoughts and actions. Yep, exactly, Lil. Yep. Do you know, I flick through TikTok, and I sit silently in the background watching some readers and some witches that are doing readings here on TikTok. And all I'm seeing is, keep sending me gifts, keep sending me roses, keep sending me this, keep sending me that. And I will do a reading for the one that sends me more gifts, the most gifts, whatever. From day one of me joining TikTok, I never asked for a gift. I receive gifts, but I never ask for them, and I never will. That's entirely up to the person's. That should be the person's free choice whether they send you gifts, likes, etc. I basically just come on and do my affirmation of the day, my card of the day, and I pick 6 names. I don't say, well, go and leave me everybody that wants a reading tonight or wants to be one of my 6 names that get picked out every evening, start sending me gifts, and I will pick one that sends me gifts. I don't do that. Emojis are free to use on TikTok. So I simply ask that everybody, after I've done the card of the day, starts putting up their favourite emojis. And out of all the emojis that keep coming up the screen, I will pick 6 names. That's how I do it. I never ask for gifts. And yet, at the end of my lives, I find that I have some gifts. And I'm grateful for the ones that do send the gifts. Because it means that you value my time as much as I value my time that I give to you. And I've made some wonderful friends. But I'm not one of these ones that are on there purely, or on TikTok purely to make money. It's the same as I promote natural products. You'll very rarely see me putting adverts for sales for those natural products. I will do maybe a few posters with me using some of the products because they've helped me. For example, not so long ago, I did a face cream one with the Egg Mellow 5-in-1 face cream that I use. It's helped me have younger skin. Why shouldn't every woman want that if they choose to? So I'll share what it does for me. It's up to everybody else whether they want that cream. My shop is in the bio. Anyone is more than welcome to click on that website on my bio and go to my shop and browse the products. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you need to try this or you need to buy this. That's entirely up to you. But I will tell you about the products that's helped me, because if I can help others to have a healthier lifestyle without any chemicals, which in turn helps Mother Earth, then I will share it. If I can share seeds of wisdom with you, then I will share it if it's going to enrich and make your life better. But I ask nothing in return. Those that ask for an in-depth reading, of course I charge for my in-depth reading, because my in-depth readings are an hour-long reading. That's an hour out of my day. I'm registered blind. I can't work. Nobody hires blind women these days, and especially not blind witches. So I'm always grateful for any readings that, or booked readings or Reiki healing, etc. that I get. But at the same time, I survive just as good without them as well. So money is not my God, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Helping people is more important in my line of work. And I will never be one of these ones that jump into the DM box and say, you need a reading. Come and book me. Every one of my clients in the past that have come to me for a reading have actually came to me, not the other way around. For whatever reason, the universe sends them to me. You know, and I will often say to people that I've known for many years, can you remember the first day you met me? Where did you meet me? What kept you watching? Sometimes they remember, but most times they don't. They don't even know how they stumbled across my videos. They just know that they did. And they just know that they stayed. Because what I had to say for them, or their readings, or whatever it is that I've offered them, has helped enrich their lives in some way. And if I can do that, then my job's done. And I'm more than happy with that. Yeah, the Amazon. Do you know what? I love Amazon. I love Amazon for some of my cards. Sometimes I browse, and that's it was actually one of my friends, Tracy Bouts, that used these cards on one of her lives, and one of the cards that she actually read spoke to me. So I did a little bit of research into the cards first, to see if they would draw me, and they did. And I've decided to use these as a daily reading tool on my TikTok profile. I did my first one today. They have 4 categories: rest and balance, curiosity and joy. They also have insight and awareness, and they have kindness. And today's one was kindness. You can see that on my profile. So every day I will be asking my guides to pick a category and then to pick a card that will relate to anyone that actually happens to come across that video. I've also sent away for a book that has drawn me for a long time, because I love divination. I love just things that, books that you can just open to a page, and the page that you randomly open the book at has the exact answer you're looking for. It's called the Book of Answers. So I'm hoping to incorporate the Book of Answers into my lives every night as well. And if anyone has a question, I can consult the Book of Answers once I've cleansed the book, ready for use. I am doing well, thank you, Loopy. Yes, I did, Pixie. If you've got a deck of cards that makes you feel uncomfortable, why not gift the cards? Because they're not for you. If you have cards, it doesn't matter what deck you have. Somebody once asked me, can I buy my own cards? Is it a good idea to buy my own cards, or should somebody else buy them for me? In all honesty, choose your own cards. Because if other people are buying you cards, they don't know whether that deck will work with you or will connect with you. We often say we choose the cards. It's not that way round at all. Unbeknownst to most people, the cards choose you. If I'm going for a deck of cards, the first thing I will look at is their imagery. If the images on the card draw me, those cards are for me. If they don't draw me, or I get an off feeling about them, they stay on the shelf. Another way that I do, if I'm buying cards direct from a store, I will take, for example, this box of cards, I will take it off the shelf and I'll just hold the box and I'll just close my eyes and I will go with my intuition. How am I feeling holding this particular deck of cards? If I'm feeling safe and happy to the point where I need to take this box home with me, I'll take it home. But if it doesn't resonate with me and it feels wrong, back on the shelf it goes. It won't come home with me because the deck hasn't chosen me. And it's the same with your crystals. The best way to choose a crystal that is going to work with you is pick it up, hold it in your left hand. Feel the energy. Is it good energy? Does it make you feel good? Or does it make you feel nervous? If it makes you feel nervous, put the crystal back. It's not yours. The crystal hasn't chosen you. I love The Secret. There you go, Zen. Yeah. Do you know, a lot of reviews that we get on, that you get on online, some are genuine, but some aren't. Some reviews are by the people that sell these products. How are they going to sell the products? Right? They're going to get family and friends to write reviews. You need to buy these cards. They are ideal. These cards will work for you. And even if the ones are genuine, cards might work for the person that's given the review. That doesn't mean to say that the card is going to work for you. Your chemistry and somebody else's chemistry is totally different. Your path and somebody else's path is totally different. What deck works for them might not work for you. I never go, when I'm choosing cards online, I will never read the reviews. I will go with the imageries. How do I feel about that? Because most cards online will show you the images on the cards. So for example, let's use my moon cards for example. I would look at a couple of images on my moon cards. Do these images speak to me? Are these images making me feel good, making me feel safe? Am I afraid of these images? Or do I feel comfortable with these images? If I feel comfortable with them, these cards are for me. If I don't feel comfortable with the images or the numbers or whatever on the images, I don't buy them. So, in all honesty, don't get people to gift you cards unless they've spoken to you first and said, if there was a deck of cards that drew you or draw you that you haven't got yet, what would they be? Then you can say, well, actually, the moon cards draw me, so I would like moon cards. That's fine, they can gift you the moon cards. The first port of call on getting any deck of cards is cleanse them before you use them, because you do not know how many people have handled those cards before you. And you need to attune yourself to the cards. That's a 3-day process before you can even do readings for yourself with those cards. You need to attune the cards to you, and that is a 3-day process. I can do a separate live one day on how to choose your cards if that is something that you would all be interested in. I can certainly go in depth on how to choose your deck safely, how to tune the cards, how to cleanse the cards, etc. If that's something that people would like me to do, I can certainly jot that down. I always jot people's ideas, what they would like to learn down, so that I can do future lives for you on those topics. Specifically your left hand, right? Why is that? If I'm doing healing, I will put the healing in with my left and take the illness away with my right. If I'm doing spell work, I will use my left hand to do my spell work, or to hold my affirmation, or to hold my wand. I never hold my wand or my affirmation in my right hand. Your left side of your body is your spiritual side. It's your intuitive side. So if you're holding a crystal to find out if a crystal suits your needs, you would hold the crystal in your left hand. Your left hand is your positive hand or your power hand. Your right hand is the one that you would take away sickness with or negativity with. that is why I always ask people to pick crystals using their left hand. Another myth is witches need wands. No, they don't. Witches have a wand attached to them. It's called the middle left power finger. So your middle finger is your power finger. You put that finger up on its own and you point it. That's your wand. You can point the wand in any direction that you want, up, down, left, right, towards you, away from you. You can also extend your finger to be a part of your wand. And let me show you. I'll go to my altar and get my wand. So this is the wand that I use to open my circles. It has a large black obsidian crystal on it. It also has a clear quartz, and it also has amethyst for healing. And it has copper to energize the whole wand. So if I want to use my finger for my wand, I can use my finger. If I want to have a little bit of oomph with the wand, I would take the middle finger, which is my wand finger, and I would align it with the top of my wand, which is the crystal part, like so. The rest of the fingers, I would wrap round the wand to hold it. The wand is now as an extension of me, and I can point that wand up, down, left, right, away or towards me. I can send positive energy out, and with my left I can dispel negative energy, still having my power finger attached to the wand. So the left hand is our power hand. And the left side of us is where we get all our spiritual messages, as well as through our third eye and our crown chakra. No problem. Thank you. It was my wonderful partner that bought me that wand for Christmas a few years back. It is quite a solid wand, and quite an expensive one because of the size of the obsidian. The obsidian's quite a large size crystal all on its own, but then you have the amethyst in the middle, and you also have the clear quartz there as well, and you have the copper holding all of that together, which empowers it. And you have the copper at the base as well. So, and you have the fabric twisted around the stem of the wand. So she sits on my altar all the time. And I also have a genuine witch's broom, which there you can see her standing on her end next to my altar, which is there. That's my witch's altar next to my besom. My besom is about 3 to 4 feet high. And oh, I've got my light out. And it was made from a 300-year-old tree by the royal broom makers. The royal broom makers have been going for centuries making genuine brooms, and the brooms such as the one that I use there is also the same brooms that are used in Buckingham Palace, because the carpets there and rugs are so old, you can't put a modern day vacuum cleaner on them. They have to be manually swept by the bristles of a broom. So the royal broom makers have been making witches' brooms and brooms for the royal family for centuries. No, she's just called my Besom. She is my Besom. I do have a haunted witch doll that goes off cackles by herself, and she is Helga. She's Helga, our haunted witch. Can you fly on brooms? We can astral travel, which is where a witch on a flying broom comes into play. Astral travel is a whole different topic, and I'm more than happy to do a live on astral travel. It's basically when you go out of your human body and your soul is able to astral travel out with this earth and into spirit realms and universal realms as well. But you need to know, 1, how to astral travel, and 2, how to astral travel safely. Astral travel is not something that you should dabble in if you don't understand it. Because if you don't astral travel properly, chances are your life spiritual cord can snap and you will not be able to return to the human body. And the human body dies and you're left basically in limbo. So you do need to have experience. It's usually indigos or crone witches like myself that do know how to travel. It's more to do with not just stars. There's more to the universe than people realize. It's not just stars, the moon, the planets. There's so much more. There are so many different dimensions to it. How does it feel? I can't even put that into words. If you can imagine going to magical places in your dreams, I guess that would be the nearest thing to how you would feel about astral traveling. People know if they are starseeds, old souls, or indigo children if Earth doesn't feel like home to them. And ever since I was young, Earth has not felt like my home. My home is in universal realms. But Mother Earth is in peril, and the universe has sent starseeds to Earth, such as myself. There will be people around you that may even be indigos and starseeds, and you will never know, because we take on human form. And starseeds will freely do what I do, come on and do readings, often free readings, often advice. Only last night, somebody was saying to me, everything that you have said is in the Book of Secrets. The Book of Secrets is only one part of the realms. Starseeds know about the Book of Secrets without even reading it. I know Debbie sent me the link on YouTube regarding The Secret. And I watched it and I thought, I already know this stuff. Haven't read it in the past, haven't seen the film or whatever in the past. I just know it. How do I know that then? because my home is the universe, the different realms. And that's why I know it without reading books. Yeah. Well, some realms can be calm and peaceful, other realms not so. Just like Earth, some places and some people that you see visit, or well, places that you visit, or people that you meet in real life on the Earth plane. Some are good, and some don't make you feel so good. Some places you walk into and you think, "Oh hell, I'm not staying here." It doesn't, you know. How many of us have went to visit a town or a village and you think, "Oh, I don't like this. This is not my town. This is not my village. It's okay to pass through, but I wouldn't stay here." Why do you feel that way? Because it's not your home. It's not where you feel safe or secure. And spiritual and universal realms are exactly the same. There are good feeling ones and there are not so good feeling ones. It's the wisdom that I carry is would blow most people's minds. But I've carried them for centuries, I guess, so it's something that helps me with my work. Hi, Kat. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my card of the day just shortly. We were just discussing astral travel and things. We get sidetracked into conversations during my lives. So what I tend to do is I pick a card of the day, which will anyone that's happens to be watching my video at the time that I'm doing the card of the day, hopefully the card of the day will resonate with you. And then after the card of the day, which I'm going to be using my moon cards, I'm going to use my old deck to give 6 random people, a reading tonight. The way I choose that is after I've done my card of the day, I'll ask everybody to send their favourite emojis. Just keep typing in their emojis. It could be hearts, it could be flowers, it could be unicorns, whatever your favourite emoji is. And as the emojis are running up and down the screen, I will pick 6 names at random, and those 6 people get readings tonight. Failing that, I do have a readings list on my profile page, and every evening I do 3 free readings from that list and post it on my profile and tag your name in your specific reading. You'll see all my past ones that I've done on my profile with people's names tagged in there. To get on that readings list, simply go to the pinned post, which has free readings list, ask for a card. I will then reply saying you are on my readings list. And then when I get down the list to your name, I do your reading, I record your reading on my profile and I tag your name in it. So that's 2 ways you can get free readings from myself. So I hope that helps. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I have people ask me questions all the time, and so far there hasn't been a question that I haven't been able to answer yet. Maybe one day. You're welcome, Kat. Lovely to meet you. Okay, so let's shuffle my cards and see what the general card of the day is, and then we will get down to picking 6 names for tonight. Okay, let's split these cards and see what card pops out of our moon cards today. And and then we'll go to the 6 cards. We always, you know, every time I come into my lives, I think, do you know what? Tonight's going to be a quick live. We're going to do the card of the day. We're going to do the affirmation of the day, and we're going to go pick the 6 names, and, you know, it'll be maybe an hour long or 2 hours max live. No, doesn't work out that way, because in between all of that, people ask questions, and I like to answer people's questions as we go along. Makes for a longer live, but I think getting to know people, getting to meet people is more important than just card after card after card after card. Hello, Nicole, and welcome. Lovely to see you. Okay, so let us see what this card has to say for everyone, and if this card resonates with you all. Meditate and contemplate the new moon in Pisces. It's something that we fail to do as a human race, is meditate and contemplate. Most of the questions that you might have in your mind, the answers are all reachable. The universe is full of wisdom that it wants to share with you. The universe has all the answers, and yet not one of us chooses to ask those answers. And we can ask the answers just in our thoughts, or by saying, universe, this is something I need to know. Another way of doing it is meditate and contemplate. Through meditation, we calm the mind. We get it, our busy mind that is always stuck in the rat race that we live in. We're always rushing around. We're always chasing the clock, aren't we? You know, we get up in the morning, we've got to get the kids to school, we've got to go to work, and then we've got to come back, and then we've got to make the meal, and then we've got to put the kids to bed, and then we've got, you know, from the moment that we get up to the moment we go to bed, we run around. And I can guarantee most people can't give themselves 2 hours to themselves, right? Some people can't even give themselves 20 minutes to themselves. There's just too much hustle, bustle, and rushing about in life to do that. And that means the mind is never calm. And if the mind's never calm, we can't communicate with the universe effectively. Because we can ask the universe questions, but then the mind races on to something else. And the question is lost. And so is the answer. So far, I'm not glitching. Every day of my life, I'm always meditating. I always take time out of my busy day to meditate. It's during that meditation where I can still my mind just through doing meditation routines. Anyone that has been on my YouTube channel and tried any of my guided meditation, I teach you the best way to meditate, the best way to cut off from the outside world so that you calm and clear your mind before you meditate. If you've got a busy hustling mind, you're not going to meditate. And you'd be wasting a 20, 30, 40 or an hour's meditation because your mind just won't be able to shut down. You need to know how to close your mind down so that you have a clear channel. And only then when you have that clear channel can you meditate. During that meditation, during that channeling, that's when you can channel messages to the universe. That's when you can ask your questions and you'll receive the answers. But you won't receive the answers if your mind is busy. So this card is saying it's important to find at least 20 minutes to an hour out of your busy day where you can pick a meditation. Could be any meditation that draws you. Doesn't have to be my guided meditation. It could be anybody's meditation. And spend at least 20 minutes to an hour a day meditation. The benefits that you will get through meditation and just being at one, especially if you meditate outdoors in nature. The sounds of nature is so soothing and the best way. Plus having your feet on Mother Earth while you're grounding and meditating is the most powerful meditation you will ever have. I love nothing more than taking my socks or shoes off and walking on Mother Earth, whether it's on stone paths, whether it's on grass or sand, it doesn't matter. Just to feel Mother Earth. I've even done it in the winter. I've gone barefoot out in the garden, in the snow in winter, just to feel Mother Earth beneath the cold, cooling snow, which, believe it or not, warms up. Mother Earth warms your feet. So, if you're wanting answers from the universe, it starts with calming the mind, it starts with meditation and contemplation. If you can't do that, you may need to go to a reader like myself to be able to get the answers for you. But why would you want to do that if you can learn to calm the mind yourself and get your own answers as well? Not everybody wants to or feels the need to meditate, and I kind of get that. To me, being a starseed and an indigo, meditation is part and parcel of my daily routines. I have to have that connection with the universe, because I wouldn't be me if I didn't have that connection. I've had it since the day I was born, and to be without it, I would feel like a fish out of water. So if this card is resonating with you, it's letting you know you don't have enough you time in your life, and the universe is asking you to slow down, to stop, to just be, to contemplate, and to meditate, and to look within for answers. You won't get those answers through the hustle and bustle of life. You will only get the answers in stillness. So I hope that that helps. Okay, so I pulled 3 cards: the Magician, the Moon, second the Moon, or the Magician, the World, the Moon. Any thoughts? Off the cuff, I would have to really channel in on that. But what to do is send me a DM with those 3 cards. It's just I have Spirit channeling lots of things for tonight's readings and affirmations and stuff. So if I got into sort of too many topics, etc., while I'm doing my lives, I would probably get off track and miss some information that Spirit are trying to give me for this live, if that makes sense. But do DM me those 3 cards, and I will be more than happy to give my interpretation of those cards for you. Not a problem at all. Oh, Reiki meditation is wonderful because the Reiki meditation will clear your chakras, as will the grounding meditation. Grounding meditation is great for clearing the chakras. And when you're clearing the chakras, you're clearing your mind. You're more than welcome. So, if anyone does have any questions that I haven't answered in this live, please DM me the question and I will be more than happy to answer it. Please don't jump in my DM box though, folks, and ask me for dates, where I'm from, am I single, etc., etc. I'll answer that here and now. No, I'm not single. I'm happily in a long-term lifetime relationship with my partner and soulmate. So I'm not looking for a date. I'm not looking for male friendships, etc., etc. That's not what I'm on TikTok for. I'm basically here to help answer spiritual questions or offer guidance and free readings. That's it. If you're jumping in my DM box to ask me for dates or whatever, it's the quickest way to get blocked. I just don't have the time. So I hope that that helps everyone. So now that we've done the card of the day, I'm going to ask everyone to just start posting their favourite emojis. It could be anything you like. Hearts, flowers, moons. We've got hundreds of emojis, aren't they? Haven't we? And as the emojis are going up the screen, I'm just going to take my pen and notepad and I'm just going to pick 6 people at random. I just, whatever emojis I am drawn to, that's the name, the name I will pick. I'm going to pick 6 names. And 6 people will get a 1 card pull tonight. Anyone that doesn't get picked tonight, don't worry, I'm here every night. And you can also feel free to ask to go on my extended reading list. I normally, throughout my busy day, pick 3 names from that reading list just to get through that list. So if you don't get on my list tonight, don't worry, you can always catch me every night to try and get on tomorrow nights or the nights after, and you can also put your name down on my readings list as well, which is on my profile here on TikTok. Okay, let's get choosing. Okay, we've got who have we got? Colette. We've got Colette. So we've got Colette Gallagher, just in case we get another Colette. Colette Gallagher will be our first name. So keep those emojis rolling up the page. We need 5 more names. So keep them rolling, folks. Keep all those emojis going. Okay, we've got Cat Julia. For our second name. So we've got Colette Gallagher and we've got Cat Julia. Keep going, folks. We've got Pixie. Okay, so we have 3. We're looking for 3 more names. Keep those emojis rolling. Keep them going. We've got Zandon. Okay, so we have Zandon. Keep them rolling, folks. Keep them going. We've got Lucy Lou. Two, three, four, five. Okay. Keep them going. Let's see how quick we can get these images rolling up the page, because we need one more. Who's going to be our final name for this evening? So the names we've got: Colette Gallagher, Kat Julie, Pixie, Xander, Lucy Lou. Who is going to be our final one? Keep those images going. Who's going to be our final one? Debbie. Debbie is going to be our final name for the night. So, the 6 names we have tonight: Colette Gallagher, Kat Julie, Pixie, Zandon, or Xander, Zandon, Lucy Lou, and Debbie. Well done for, and thank you for throwing your images out there. I will be back tomorrow night to pick another 6, so anyone that hasn't got picked tonight is free to come along tomorrow evening and get a chance to be in with a chance to get a card. So the cards I'm going to use for our 1-card pull this evening is my Old Faithful, because that's the ones that I'm drawn to use. So our first one is Colette Gallagher. So let's shuffle these cards, my darling, for you, and see what the cards have got to say for you this evening. Thank you to everyone who has sent likes, who have sent the gifts. You are all absolutely amazing. Thank you for all the new people that have joined me live and followed me. All follows are so much appreciated. I have met some absolutely amazing people here on TikTok. And my followers just keep growing every day. So thank you so much for spending the evenings with me. Yep, they're your favorite. So they're my favorite as well. They have been, these cards have been with me for years. I've got so many card decks. And then tomorrow I've got the book of answers coming. I am so excited about that, because I'll be able to share the book of answers with you all on my lives as well as helping people answer questions and getting more meaningful answers for you, although Spirit do usually give good meanings. Okay, Colette, while I'm shuffling this, I don't know if this has any significance to you. I don't know if this young lad was a recent passover into Spirit, or whether he's been in Spirit for a while. Because the clothes that he is wearing isn't kind of from this time. I would say either Victorian, Edwardian, that type of period. I feel he's a young lad, so I don't know if there's anybody in your ancestry, Colette, or in your family tree, somewhere along the line, that lost a young boy. He passed over in Spirit before he was an adult. It's hard to say what age he was when he passed. If I was just going on how he is presenting himself, I would say, and I'm hopeless at ages, I would say when he was on the earth plane, I would say he would have been round about, I don't think he made it to his teens. So I don't know if that has any meaning for you. You may know the answer to that. You may not. Write it down even if you don't, though, because this young lad is definitely connected somewhere on your family's timeline, on your family's tree. I'm trying to see if he's on your mother's side or whether he's on your father's side. He's quite shy at coming forward. He just wants to be known. He wants to be seen. I think he has this fear of being forgotten, so I don't know if that can resonate with you. But definitely keep it with you. I feel that because of the clothes that he's wearing, he's been in spirit for a while. And I just feel he has this fear that he's going to be forgotten. I mean, if we go into ancient graveyards, there are graves, aren't there, from centuries back. And most of those souls, are probably forgotten. And I feel that this young lad doesn't want to be forgotten. Okay. He's saying he is on your father's side of the family tree. So that is, he's given you a path to follow, if that makes sense. Because I did tend to ask him, can you at least let us know what side? Because there's nothing worse than not knowing if it's your mum's side or your dad's side, and then you have to look at both sides. He's given me the name Ben or Benjamin. I feel his name was Benjamin, but he loved to be called, he preferred Ben. He hated his name Benjamin. So there is a Ben or Benjamin. He's not given me a second name. He's just coming out with Ben or Benjamin. His friends called him Ben, but his mum obviously named him Benjamin. I haven't heard that name in a long time, Benjamin. But this young boy is just given a shout out to say there's a connection between him and your family on your dad's side. Okay, no problem. Just bear his name in mind. I'm thinking he's more Victorian era. Because I'm asking him who King Edward was, and he's not sure. So I'm assuming he's Victorian era. So that might give you a timeline to look for, way back in the Victorian times, and on your dad's side. So he's kind of given me a little bit of information for you. It could have a connection with somebody in your family on the earth plane. And the reason I'm saying that is my biggest spirit guide that guides me in my life is my great-grandmother, who was in the 18th. She lived in the 18th century. I never knew her, but yet she is my biggest guide. Now, this young boy could be connected to a boy on the earth plane, and it could be that this boy is trying to guide another young boy, if that makes sense. There could be somebody then in your family, a young boy, who's maybe been having dreams or nightmares that he can't understand, etc. And it could be that this young man is, or this young lad is trying to connect with him in some way, or connect with somebody else in your family, if that makes sense. But yes, sometimes spirit can connect to people on earth plane. We call them our higher selves. My great grandmother is me, but in a past life, and she is my higher self. So her memories are my memories. Her wisdom is my extended wisdom on this earth plane. If that makes sense. It's a bit confusing, but I hope that makes sense. But yes, it could be connected to somebody on the earth plane. Thank you for the confirmation that it makes sense. If you've gone very cold, then okay. He's interrupting me, so bear with me. Give me a second. Because I was just away to turn your card over. Okay. Colette, have you been having very vivid dreams lately? And dreams that maybe you're not quite understanding of? Because he's saying he's trying to, I feel he's been trying to reach you in dreams for some reason. I don't know whether this young lad is maybe connected with you or is trying to guide you on your path, or whether there's a connection with him. And the fact that you've kind of gone cold and he's at the point where he's basically trying to butt in here, in a polite way, of course. But it could be that there's a connection there. He's talking randomly about dreams. He's been trying to send messages in dreams, if that makes sense. So I don't know if you've been having dreams. And he doesn't want to be forgotten. But I feel he's wanting to guide somebody on the earth plane, whether it's yourself or whether it's somebody around you. But there must be some connection with you for him to actually appear as I'm shuffling the cards, because usually when I'm shuffling the cards, I usually say the person's name that I'm reading for, and that draws spirit to me. And this is when this young boy came in. So I feel there's a connection with you. He's connecting with you for some reason. Yes, it does make sense. Okay, now I'm getting what he's meaning. Okay, right. He's saying yes, 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 and he's saying yes. He's nodding his head here. Okay, I've got massive tingles here. He's kind of getting all excited here. Bless him. Okay, we're kind of getting to the point here. Can you, right, Benjamin? Can you just slow down, please? Okay. Right, this is where Benjamin's frustration kind of lies. He has been trying to, it's you he's connecting with, my dear. He has been trying to connect with you through dreams, but the problem lies is in you not remembering dreams, and that can be quite a common thing. So he's asking, one, do you have a book, a jotter, a notebook, a journal that you can use and have sitting with a pen by your bedside? Because what he's wanting you to do is, as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, he wants you to jot down any information you can remember from dreams before you even get out of bed. Because he's saying this is where the messages he's sending are getting lost. Because you wake up in the morning, you jump out of bed, you put the kettle on to start the day, and whatever, in doing all of that, the mind is then switched from sleep mode into I'm up and I'm about and I'm ready to get my day started, and the dream is lost. the dream message is lost. So he's asking if you could keep a journal next to your bed with a pen, and for the next week or two, or even make a habit of it, as soon as you open your eyes, whatever it is you remember, it doesn't matter if the dream didn't make sense. It doesn't matter if the dream is fragmented. Write whatever little tidbits that you remember, and do that every evening, because he's saying any bits that you miss one night, he will add in the second night. And then when you read back your journal at the end of the week, you will be shocked at the messages that journal will read from day 1 to day 7. It's like putting a jigsaw piece together to actually see the whole picture. He has so much information that he wants to share with you through dreams. And if at the end of the week or the end of the fortnight or the end of the month of you doing journaling, the dreams still don't make sense, please feel free to DM me with what you have, and I can decode the dream for you, if that makes sense. Hello, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Okay, now on to your cards. Now that the young lad has got that off his chest, he's kind of calmed down a little bit. He just come in. He's such. This boy is so full of energy. He's like almost hyperactive. He's just came bounding into the room, and I'm like, oh. Right, okay, let's move on to the card now. Thank you, Benjamin, as well. Okay, we have got the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is saying, oh my goodness me, girl, you are taking on the world's problems. You know, you're one of these people that people are drawn to you like a magnet. Because you have got a heart of gold, anyone that's got problems and troubles will go to Colette, because Colette will help us. Colette will have our answers. But the problem in doing this is that by helping everyone else, you're neglecting yourself. And what actually happens is, at the end of a day, rather than you going to your bed at night with a clear mind, you're sitting worrying or lying awake some nights worrying about, oh, is such and such okay? Because everybody else's problems come back to you in those quiet hours of the morning or the quiet hours of the night. And often it can keep you awake, or it rolls around in your head, right? For the people that have shared their problems with you, they're okay because they've offloaded it onto you, right? And you've maybe gave them advice and they've gone away quite happy with your advice, but it's left you sitting pondering, or are they going to be okay, etc., etc. So this card is saying it's admirable to help people with their problems, but also recognize when you are taking on too many problems or too many of others' problems. And it's okay now and again to say, look, I can't help you with that at the minute. I've got enough going on in my own life. I've got enough problems or whatever. Now that is the Spirit is saying that is alien to you, right? Because you don't like saying no to most people. And you don't want to upset somebody by saying, no, I can't help. But there's other ways of getting around that. You could simply say, well, look, I'm not in the situation where I can help right at this minute. However, can I get back to you at a later time? And that way you are sharing out the burden and easing off the burden for you, if this makes sense. Yeah. And you know, that is, you know, it's the hardest thing in the world when somebody's coming to you for help. Believe you me, I know, because um, for whatever reason, maybe it's my deodorant, maybe it's my perfume, I don't know what it is, but whenever I go onto new social medias like TikTok, I mean, I've only been on TikTok for 4 weeks, and already I'm almost at, well, last time I was at sort of like um, one 1,980 or something followers, and I'm like, how the heck did I get that? But people are naturally drawn to light workers or to healers or to people like ourselves who want to do what we can to help other people. But sometimes we also have to make sure that we have time for ourselves as well. Me included. I took a whole day and evening off from social media on Wednesday to spend the whole day with my partner, because he gives up so much of my time to allow me to do my work, and I absolutely love him for that. So now and again I give my whole day to him instead of 5 or 6 hours a day with him and the rest me doing my work, etc. So it's so important to be able to have you time as well, is what the message of this card is saying, because you're going to burn yourself out if you don't try and have you time. Debbie, Pixie was having sleeping issues for so many reasons, you know, through worry, anxiety, etc., etc. And I asked her if she would try my sky and earth grounding meditation to help her to sleep at night, to just to switch off. And I asked her the next day, how did you find the meditation? And she says, I have no idea, because somewhere during the meditation I fell asleep. The meditation gave her exactly what she needed. It gave her the mind shut off and enabled her to sleep. So maybe give that a try. I have my website link on my bio here on TikTok, and it has my YouTube channels on there, and I have my meditation lists on there, playlists. And the one that I do recommend to help clear your chakras and to aid sleep is the Sky and Earth Grounding one. Oh, thank you, Lucy. And Pixie's obsessed with the grounding one. No problem. You're more than welcome. Yeah, I know. And Pixie said, you know, it's my mission to actually one night to be able to come back to you and say, I listened to your whole meditation from start to finish without falling asleep. I don't think she's achieved it yet, but she's working on that goal. But yeah, there you go. Lucy has been doing it every night, and it's helped Lucy, and it's helped Pixie and Debbie as well, I think. Bless. Oh, I'm sure you will one day. I'm sure you will one day, with practice and a little bit of determination. But maybe the universe is saying you need your sleep first and foremost. You've probably got weeks and months of sleep catch up to do before the meditation will actually allow you to listen to it right to the end. But yeah, Colette, definitely give that a try. And you know, spread out other people's problems a little bit so that in between everybody else's problems, you've got time to clear your mind, because I feel that that is so important for you right now. So thank you so much for joining me, because you got a much needed reading out of tonight's live. Oh, bless Pixie. I'm sure you'll get there one night. Yep, selenite is a good one. Amethyst as well. Having a piece of amethyst under your pillow also helps. Rose quartz is another one. You can have rose quartz just to clear your mind as well. And if you haven't got any of those crystals, clear quartz has the energies of all different sorts of crystals. I call it the substitute crystal, because when you are looking for an amethyst and you don't have an amethyst, clear quartz. If you're looking for selenite and you don't have selenite, clear quartz. If you're looking for obsidian and you don't have obsidian, clear quartz. It's a good substitute crystal to use if you haven't got either rose quartz or amethyst or selenite. Oh, bless. You'll get there one day, Pixie. I am sure of that. Okay, let's go down the list. We've got Kat, Julie. So let's shuffle the cards for Kat, Julie. Okay. As I'm saying your name, I don't know if Kat, Julie's still with us. But as I'm saying your name, there's a lady coming through. And I feel that before she passed, I don't know if her mind was going before she passed over into spirit, but she kind of came into the room and she's kind of making me feel a bit lightheaded. So I don't know whether she was either losing her mind or a memory before she passed over, or there was something wrong with her head. I don't know if you can, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it doesn't matter whether it's Tina or Pixie, Spirit know you anyway. I know your real name's Tina, I just call you Pixie because it's magical. I like the name Pixie, but Spirit know that your real name is Tina as well. So I don't know if Kat, Julie is still with us. I'm hoping she's still with us, because I feel this lady is of significance to Kat. Ask the universe for your magical name, Lucy. Oh, bless. I love Pixie. It's a beautiful, beautiful name. Pixies are magical. I'm just seeing if Kat, Julie, is still with us. Hopefully she is. I can't remember what emoji that she used. But she definitely had the emojis sort of near the, she would have had them near the beginning of the start of the emojis, Lucy. Her screen name was Kat, but her real name, she gave her real name as well, which was Julie, or Julia. Let me have a look. Julie. So her TikTok name is Kat, with, I think she had a few letters next to it. If you find her name, can you DM me her name, Lucy, and what I will do is I can DM her and ask her. Okay, just if you put a name in DM, what I will do is I will follow her and send her a DM to say that she can find her reading on my YouTube channel, and I'll just read her card anyway if she's not still with us. Because I feel that this lady is trying to get in touch with Kat. I don't know if she had some kind of brain injury or whether she had some kind of tumor, but whatever was there was something wrong with her mind. She was very confused before passing over, and would often get dizzy. She's telling me she would often get dizzy. If that makes sense. Yep, she may have fallen asleep. Oh, Colette, do you know what? I'm going to be posting that on my YouTube, last night's one on my YouTube tonight, along with this one after this, and your reading is on it. You might have to sift through quite a bit of it, but my reading is on it for you last night. So it's not lost. It is on the readings that I have downloaded. I'm going to put last night's and tonight's one on my YouTube channel after I've done my readings for tonight. So you haven't lost the reading, and Kat will still get her reading if she connects to my YouTube, because I will download this video. Okay, no problem, Colette. Thank you so much. Oh, sweet dreams and blessed be. Okay, let's get on with Kat's reading. This lady, I'm going back to this lady because I can still see her. She's quite elderly, so I don't know if she was a gran or a mum figure, but she was quite elderly. So she had a good life, I feel, but she's trying to sort of say that before she passed, she apologized if she was a little bit confused. Good night, Colette. So I'm hoping Kat does get to see the reading and maybe can confirm who this lady is. I feel she's a gran. She feels that she's gran, but she says there was a lot of confusion before she passed. And she doesn't know if somebody was trying to call her name as she was passing because she can't remember a lot. There's a lot of things that she can't remember. When she passed over, she kind of, her memory is good now because she's in spirit. And when we go to spirit, we don't take our earthly illnesses with us. But she's trying to remember the time that she passed, and she says there's a lot missing. So I hope when if Kat gets to see this message on my YouTube, she can make sense of it. Oh, Colette just became a top viewer. Well done, Colette. Thank you for the rose, Colette. Okay, so for Kat, you have got the King of Wands. The King of Wands talks about career. And I feel that because he's a king, he could represent either a boss or somebody in authority, a boss, a supervisor, or whatever. He knows his work inside and out. He's a good leader and a good judge of character. Now, sometimes when this card comes along, it could be promotion in work. The king could also be indicated that you're a hard worker yourself and you're dedicated to your work. The king represents dedication, loyalty, hard work, knowing your job, knowing your calling is the message of this card. And even though we may be female, we all have a bit of masculine, we all have a little bit of feminine inside us. It makes us who we are. And sometimes the masculine can take over. Masculine can be self-control side of us, the determination, the hard work side of us, or the stubbornness side of us. But whatever this card is message for you is that sometimes you doubt your path. Sometimes you're not sure which direction you're supposed to be going, but you just trust the process and you hope you're doing the right things. This card is saying, yes, you're doing the right things. You just need to have a little bit more trust in your abilities. Because whatever it is that you do, you already know how to do it well. Which makes you which makes you the leader that you are. So I hope that helps for you. But if you've had any doubts as far as work, your career, or your path is going, this card is saying stop doubting. Trust the process. Continue to be you. Go with your gut instinct, go with your intuition, it'll always guide you. And you'll always be there for others. You'll be able to guide others through your own experiences. You've had a lot of good and bad in your life, and you've learned a lot from that. Use that knowledge. Knowledge is power, and knowledge can also help others. Oh, bless. Thank you for the wishing bottles and the roses and the emojis. Oh, and the finger hearts. Thank you, Colette. Okay, so I'm hoping that Kat gets that message about the lady, because the lady definitely wanted her to know that she is there, and I feel she's possibly a grandmother figure, or somebody on Kat's mum's side. I will drop Kat a message just to say that it will be on YouTube. In fact, what I'll do is I'll upload it to YouTube first, and then I will message Kat to let her know that her reading has been done. Okay, Pixie is our next card. I still have this lady with me. I'm asking her to sort of move on a little bit so that I can move on to Pixie. Hopefully, I've let her know that I will let Kat know, and hopefully Kat can confirm who the lady is. I do feel she's a grandmother figure, and I feel that she's on Kat's mum's side. Okay. My granddaughter used to be frightened of the dark, but that was partly to do with her post-traumatic stress with abuse. My daughter's partner used to wait till she was sleeping. He was an abuser, and he got jailed for attempting to drown my youngest granddaughter. But when my oldest granddaughter was young and she was sleeping, he would wait till she was sleeping, and he would go in and lift her up by her pajamas, raise her up as high as he could lift her, and then drop her to the floor in the dark. Very frightening for a young child to be woken up by being dropped by an adult that you're supposed to trust, etc. And for many years, my granddaughter slept with the light on. She was just terrified. It has such an adverse effect on children. The middle one, she was quite hyperactive when she was younger, and he used to get a double duvet, and he would roll her up in the duvet and call it a sausage roll, and then he would use a belt to tie round the duvet, and then he would put her and the duvet to bed. Often she would wet herself in the middle of the night because she couldn't get up to go to the toilet because she was strapped in the duvet. I'm so glad he got jail, but he only served 5 years. To me, people like him should serve life. That's just my opinion. Oh, bless. Yeah. I mean, I that's only part of what my grandchildren have told me they've went through. I did some art therapy with them, and I bought them each a clear mask. It was just a white plastic mask and some paints. And I asked them to design their mask. One of my granddaughter's mask had black and blue eyes. That spoke volumes. And it had tears coming from the eyes. Her subconscious was letting me know that she was sad. Deep down, she was beaten up inside with the abuse. Not physically, maybe, but beaten up inside. My oldest granddaughter, the whole bottom part of her mask was black. She was silenced and sworn not to talk of her abuse. So she was able to tell me with her mask. And the other one was the third one was more like a clown's mask. But rather than the clown smiling, the clown was sad. reaching children through art is absolutely amazing. You can tell through a child's art what they are feeling and their emotions, and you can work on that art and emotions to actually speak to them and get them to open up. Yep, I was so much, I was able to pick up on all of it. My youngest one, the one that was almost drowned and died, her mask, the eyes were black. And she was letting me know that she went blind under the water. She blacked out. And she almost lost her life. Her oldest sister bravely ran in and pushed the boyfriend away enough to grab her sister out. She saved her sister's life, and she was able to tell the school about it, and it went to a child panel and court, and my daughter lied and said she had no part in it and she was terrified of him, but she wasn't. She was part and parcel of the abuse. She allowed the abuse to go on. She got put on the child register, abuse register, and he served 4 years, but he ended up serving 5 years for bad behaviour. He's now out, but he's not allowed to contact any of my grandchildren. While he was inside, my daughter then had an affair, or sort of forgot about him and went with his best friend, who's also a child abuser. And one of my granddaughters stays with my daughter now. That's the oldest one, and the other two stay with their original dad, who is also part of the huge abuse ring, which is why I can't see my grandkids, because they know I know the truth, so they stopped me from seeing my grandkids. Abusers will cut off the information if they feel that the grandchildren are opening up to their abuse. Yes, social services, no, they don't do anything to help those children. Sad, but reality of the life that we live in. Oh, bless Pixie. That's a great one. Non-toxic paints. Get the kitty involved. You know, if he walks over the paints and puts paw marks onto your painting, then it's contributed to your painting. Okay. Okay, as I'm picking this card, Ollie is saying, don't worry, things are going to work out between you and your partner. And he's saying, easier said than done, but not to worry about things. When your boyfriend comes back, sit and talk with him, sit and talk things out. And things are going to work out well for the two of you. You both know where you stand, you both know where you feel, how you feel about each other. And at the end of the day, Ollie is saying, if it comes to a choice where his parents are asking him to choose between losing you or keeping you, that's when he'll speak up. So things are going to work out in the end. So he says, stop being a worry muffin, is what he's saying. She says, he says, Tina is a worry muffin. She's a little muffin that worries about the silliest of things. And he said, it's going to work out okay. Exactly. Oh, you're welcome, Pixie. And the card that you've got is Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is saying to you, take, you have a book to read and to write. All right? This is what this card is all about. It's about taking control of Pixie's life now. You know, do the painting. He says, paint the world in beautiful colours. And if Kitty needs to get involved, then get Kitty involved. But yes, definitely get the paints out. And he says, why not do both? Why not write your book and draw or paint the pictures to go with your book? So that you're putting the words and pictures into the book. You're doing two things that you love to do, i.e. painting or drawing and writing your stories, writing your poems, writing your verses. Put them together. And he said, that is where your talent lies. You're the queen, is what the card is saying. The queen in this card is you. Right? There's only one person that can rule your life, and that's you. Nobody else can do it. Nobody else can walk your path. Nobody else can walk in your shoes. Only Tina can do that. So it's time for you to straighten that crown and to get the job done, because you're more than capable of doing that. You can lead the way and help so many people through your writing and through your art. There is nothing stopping you apart from one obstacle, and that's yourself. So he says, use the time while the cat's away, i.e. the boyfriend's away. Put your efforts into your book and your art. It will keep your mind off things until he returns. And it will lessen the worry, is the message of this card. So I hope that has meaning for you, Tina. There is an older gentleman in the background. He's not saying much, but it's like I'm just trying to see if it's either a father or a grandfather. I'm leaning towards grandfather. He says he wished he was young enough to be a father, but he is a grandfather figure in spirit. Very quiet spoken man, and he only really truly spoke in life if he had something to say. If he didn't have anything to say, he would be, on the whole, quite a quiet person. But if something really irked him, he would speak his mind. Thank you. Okay, that confirms who he is then. Because he's saying there was no point in saying anything unless he had something specific to say. You know, he was more of a watcher than a speaker. He would watch and he would observe things in silence until he couldn't keep quiet. If he saw something that was injustice, that's when he had a voice. And the only time he did have a voice is if he had really something to say, or if he had a really strong opinion about something, that's when he would speak. Well, this gentleman is sending so much love and hugs to you. And he's been with you throughout your journey in life. And he says he couldn't be prouder. Yep, he knows. And that's that thing that he made for you is his connection with you as well. He says the link between granddaughter and grandfather never dies. You know, he actually gave me a ticking off by saying that he was a dad. He says, I wish I was young enough to be a dad. He says, but I'm a grandfather. I'm a dad and a grandfather. But more so, I feel he was a grandfather to you. So he wanted to come in along with Ollie and just say, he loves you dearly. He knows how much you miss him. And he says he's given you love and light. And again, he agrees with Ollie. There is really, really nothing to worry about in your relationship. It will all work out for the better. Because your partner, your boyfriend loves you dearly. And at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, he will fight for you, hammer and nails. So don't worry about it. And yeah, he's saying you need to get that book started. You need to get the pens, the paper, the paints out, whatever it is, and do your art. Yep. I felt that he you know, he loved your gran dearly and still does. And he said he would move heaven and earth for her. They were soulmates, is what he's saying. He said she wore the trousers and he was the quiet one. What your gran said went. Nobody argued with your gran, not even him. And he said, why do you think he was so quiet? He couldn't get a word in edgewise, and it was clear in his mind who wore the trousers in that family, and it certainly wasn't him. So you've got Ollie and your grandfather with you tonight, honey, and both are sending their love. So I'm so glad you came out for the reading and you got that reading. I hope it's helped and I hope it's brought some comfort. And yes, definitely get that book started. You have two people rooting for you in spirit. Okay. So we've got Zandon next. I don't know if Zandon's still with us or whether he has fallen asleep. Hopefully Zandon hasn't fallen asleep. Otherwise, that's another one we're going to have to tag. You're more than welcome. Yes, Zandon's still here. You haven't fallen asleep on us then. Okay. Right, as I'm shuffling the cards for you, Zandon, there's a gentleman coming and he's telling me very clear and very loud and proud that his name is Michael. Many people called him Mike, but he says, can you let Zandon know that it's Michael? I don't know if you can resonate with that or whether you know who this Michael is. But he said his name is Michael, but most of his close friends called him Mike. Oh, thank you, Colette. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. So I don't know who this Mike or Michael is, but he's quite a tall, well-dressed man. I see him in a suit. I feel he liked his dance and he liked his music. Bit of a ladies' man, I think. Okay, thank you. When this gentleman wasn't working, was he a bit of a ladies' man? He liked to go out on the town. And when he did that, he was suited and booted. His hair had to be just right. His clothes had to be just right. After all, he had the ladies to impress. I don't know if you can take that, but this is how he's kind of coming through. He's like, yes, he was all for working. He worked all the time. However, when he wasn't working, he was playing. Is what he's basically saying. And he says he was, although he was one of the boys, he was definitely for the girls. So I hope you can take that. Well, that has meaning for you at least. Because at the minute that I had said your name, he came in. I feel he was quite tall. I don't think he was small, because he's kind of, I feel if he was standing, I'm 5'7", and I feel if he was standing next to me, he would probably tower over me. I think he was quite tall. So hopefully you can place this Mike or Michael. He's saying he was never afraid to get his hands dirty. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely not a young man at all. But he's not elderly either, if that makes sense. But he's certainly, I feel he's kind of, I'm hopeless at ages. I'm trying to guess his age, because he's not giving me his age. Okay, I feel he was over the age of 40, because he says life began at 40, so he must have been over 40. But hopefully it's a gentleman that you're thinking of, because it does very much sound like that, because he says life began when he hit 40. And he's saying no more than that. But he was a hard worker all his life, because he says back in the day, that's what guys did, that's what men did. Men went out and worked, and the women stayed at home. But he did like his Saturday nights out, he did like his weekends. Oh, beautiful. He's just letting you know that he's here. Now I don't know if he's married, but he's saying he left a lady behind. And I don't know if you knew the lady that he left behind, whether it's a girlfriend, a wife that he left behind. And he says his only regret is he wasn't able, despite all his efforts, he was never able to reach her from the other side. And I don't know if you knew who his better half was or his lady was, but I guess I think he's probably just reaching out that maybe somebody knew, his wife or his partner, that could say that he is well, because he feels that she worries about him, whether he's okay on the other side, and he's saying yes, he is okay on the other side. So I hope that helps. I think he was just reaching out to you to let you know he's okay, so that if you knew anyone else that knew him, that they would also know that he was okay. But just keep the name Michael or Mike in your your mind anyway, and he maybe reach out to you through dreams, etc. The card that I've got for you is Justice. I feel someone in your life has done wrong by you, unfairly as well, and unjust. And as things stand, you got the rough end of the stick, whereas it should have been the other person. You were judged wrongly by others and through lots of untruths, if that makes sense to you. However, when the Justice card comes out, the Justice is saying, it's hard when we have been misjudged, or people judge us wrongly, or people hurt us somewhere down the line, and we cannot defend ourselves because nobody listens. What the Justice card is saying, yes, the universe listens. And sooner or later, the wrongs that have been done by you and the untruths that have been spoken about you, be it behind your back or in person, will come back and haunt the person that has spread those lies or has hurt you in the past. Eventually, they will have to answer for their own deeds, and the universe wants you to know that. It's time to put the hurt and the betrayal behind you from others. Leave karma to do what she does best and move on with your life. Their actions are purely the responsibility of them, not you. You should never feel bad or guilty about the bad feelings that you may have had through all of this. That's only the human way that we do get angry, we do get frustrated when things are unjust. But the universe wants you to know it's time to release that, and it's time to move on from that. Leave it where it belongs in the past, and trust that karma is going to be sending them the IOU that they so deserved, or you owe me sort of thing. Yes, narcissists definitely do receive karma. I lived with a narcissist for 30 years, and I've been away from him 8 years. My partner saved me from him 8 years ago, and me and my partner have been happy ever since. It's taken 8 years, but karma has finally caught up with my ex, because I feel that he is dying a painful death due to a bowel disease that is incurable. So, yes, eventually karma does catch up with narcissists. All right, Tanya. Yeah, narcissists will manipulate, twist, and turn so that in the end you believe it's you, not them. It's how they play the game. And as for Zandan, yes, this could very well be the misunderstanding. I feel that what you'll probably find is that he learned his lesson. This person had been for years. has maybe met his match at some point, and it's helped him to reflect on his own action. And rather than let it sort of keep smouldering away and smouldering away and eating away, he's maybe offering you the white flag. Justice can also mean an ending to a situation and making things right, turning things wrong and making things right. So if this person has come back in your life, that is the justice. The person has learned his or her lesson and is trying to make amends in the present and now so that you can both bury the hatchet, if that makes sense. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Coffee Queen. Unfortunately, we've picked the 6 names for this evening, but you're more than welcome to put your name down on my free readings list. A lot of people, Tanya, will say that I'm mystical. I guess it's because I'm an old soul. I'm an indigo and a starseed, but I'm a traditional witch as well. So I'm quite mystical in my ways. My look is who I am, I guess. I don't dress like anybody else. I have my own unique style. And you know, I'm not one for fashion. I have my own. I normally wear black. Black is my color. I love my purples as well. I am connected very strongly to universe, the moon, stars. I've even got my nails done with the moon and the stars recently. Just because when you're a soul, when you're an indigo or a starseed, you miss home, which is the universe. So my human nails kept on breaking, which was irritating me. So I thought I'm going to get some black nails, and I'm going to they're going to be reminding me of universe. So I have my stars and my moon. But thank you. I love purple, purples and blacks. Red is my 3rd favorite color, but purples and blacks. My mum used to say I was dressed for funerals when I was younger because all I wore was black, but that was me. Black is my favorite color. I have tried different colors. Sometimes I wear pinks or creams or whatever, but I'm always going back to black. Blacks and purples. But yeah, anyone that hasn't, I do get really busy on my lives, and unfortunately, I can only pick 6 on my lives every night, and it's usually just who I'm drawn. When the images are all going up, it's usually just who I'm drawn to read for. But I do come on every night, so you can keep trying every night. Failing that, do put your name down because I will get round to reading everybody on my readings list as soon as I possibly can. You know, when I used to do readings on Facebook and Instagram, I had the whole world to myself. I basically had lots of free time because Facebook didn't push my posts out as much, I guess, as TikTok does. So I had a lot more time and a lot less people on my readings list when I offered free readings. And then I came to TikTok, and for some reason, within 4 weeks, I have almost hit 2,000 followers, which has blown my mind, really. I just can't thank everyone enough for following me on TikTok. But it also means that my reading list grows and grows every day as well. So thank you everyone who's on my reading list for your patience. I do try and do 3 names from my reading list every day to try and get down to the bottom of the list. Will I ever get to the bottom of the list? Maybe eventually. But if I've commented to your request for a card by saying you're on my readings list, please trust you are on my readings list, and I will get to you ASAP. So that concludes Zandan's reading. Thank you, Zandan, for throwing up your images, because it got you a card reading, and I hope that made sense for you. I used to do mediumship with my family. My family used to ask me to sit with them and do sort of medium readings. I've never tried doing the mediumship without my cards, sort of just an open circle, as it were, on TikTok. But if that's something that somebody would like, or people would like me to do one evening, I can certainly put my cards to one side and do an open circle with anyone that is on the live. I've never done it before, so there's a first time for everything. But Spirit are always communicating with me anyway, and I trust them unconditionally. You know, they've guided me all my life, so I have no reason to doubt that they wouldn't be able to assist me in an open circle. But if that's something that somebody would like, no problem, I can do that. You're more than welcome. Yeah, we'll definitely set that up. We'll do it. I will set that up. You know, I maybe trade one of my reading nights for an open circle night, and we can give it a trial run, see how it goes. I'm always open to ideas from everyone that follows and supports me, because you support me, I'd like to support you as well. So yeah, I'm always adding little bits and bobs to my TikTok. I do a mini card of the day and affirmation of the day, as well as this big one. And every day I'm going to be doing a mindful card as well on my TikTok profile as well. Okay, we're on to Lucy Lou. Okay. Okay. Although your Nan is here with you, Lucy, again, she's kind of stepping out of the way, because this gentleman that has, I can never remember his name, but he looks a bit like a butler or a chauffeur, very smartly dressed. And he's been in your readings before, and he's coming in to say hi, because he wants you to know how proud he is of you. He loves the new home, absolutely loves your new home. Thank you for the likes. That's the one. That's the one. I could never remember his name, but he's just confirmed. He's going, she knew. She knew. Yeah, he's coming in to say, I guess it's a dad's prerogative to come in and say how proud he is of you, and that he is sending you love, and saying he absolutely loves the garden. And he has been helping the plants to grow a little. He says, because they could be doing with a little bit of a TLC and a little bit of helping hand, and I feel that he loved that, a little bit of a green finger thing going on. There is also George here as well. I feel George has, I don't know if it's the same George that we had, but I feel it is. There is a George coming through. I think they're all here tonight. And of course, your Nan is basically sitting in the corner with her arms folded in a little bit of a strop, because the guys have taken over tonight, which is very unusual for Lucy, because usually Lucy's gran gets to be the be all and end all, but these two gentlemen are kind of ganging up on her tonight for some reason. Okay, thank you. Oh wow, he was a okay. Right, that's why he's dressed as a chauffeur. That makes sense. Did he used to tilt his? Did he have a chauffeur's cap? Because he's like tilting his cap. Was that a thing that he did? It's like he would open the door of a car and tilt. He had a way of just. There was a certain way he tilted his hat, the chauffeur. Because I'm seeing him opening the door in a gentlemanly manner, but there was a kind of like a slight tilt to his hat when he did so. Oh, bless. Okay, thank you for definitely asking about that one. But yeah, he's tilting his cap. He says he was a gentleman through and through, you know, as most chauffeurs were. But they're coming through, they're sending so much love, both Grandad and your dad. And your nan's still sitting there with her arms folded and just... it's the quietest I've seen your nan. And it takes a lot to quieten Lucy's nan, let me tell you. Okay, the guys are saying, please tell Lucy good news is on its way. That's all they're saying. They're saying no more than that, but there's good news on the way. In the form of a surprise. That's why they can't say. But they wanted to let you know that there is some good news in the form of a surprise coming your way. Aren't they just? Well, he says it wouldn't be much... Right, okay, your granddad says it wouldn't be much of a bleeding surprise if we told you, would it? That's you tell. I have no idea. I'm asking him if June the 22nd is a surprise. Okay, they're both going... So I guess their lips are sealed. Don't you hate it when they say you've got a surprise coming for you? What is it? I don't know, because if I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. But it's like they are sworn to secrecy. They know what's coming. But they ain't... They're sworn to secrecy. They know what's coming. They see it coming, but they can't tell you what's coming, if that makes sense. The two of them are sitting hee-hawing and laughing, by the way. Oh man. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm only in between. I don't even know what they're talking about. And I'm the bleeding medium, so yeah. Your granddad says maybe yes, maybe no. That doesn't bleeding help much either. Oh man. Why do men have to be so awkward? I'm asking your nan if she knows, and she's saying I ain't getting involved. Hello, my full readings are via Messenger, and they are an hour plus reading, and they are £25. But I do mini readings on my profile. It's just a 1 minute sort of one card pull reading. There's a waiting list for it. If you put your name down on the list, I can add you to that list. And then when I get to your name on the list, I do a reading on my profile and I tag your name in it. Failing that, every night I come on live and I do 6 card readings each night. I pick 6 names. We've already got tonight 6 names, but you're more than welcome to join me any night that I'm on. And hopefully one night you'll get picked to get a card reading at night. Yep, if you go to my profile page here on TikTok, there's a pin, the very first pinned post, it has readings list on there. If you comment cards, please, I will put you on my list after the live, honey. Not a problem. Okay, Lucy, you have got the Hanged Man. Okay? The hangman means that you are kind of stuck at a crossroads and not really knowing which way to go. Things were moving quite quickly and there was momentum, and suddenly everything seems to have gone to a full stop. It's like the new house was coming, so there was a lot of upheaval with that, with the move, the paperwork and all the rest of it. And that's kind of slowed down a little bit. You're kind of settled in your new home, and things have kind of come to a little bit of a stop. And it's like, you know kind of where you want to go, but it's just getting up and doing it, if that makes sense. There's a few routines that have kind of slipped away, you know, whether it's routines such as meditation or having you time, or, you know, maybe pulling cards or doing your ghostwriting, etc. But something that you did on a regular basis has kind of slipped to the side a little bit because other things have got in the way and you've been really, really busy with work and the house, etc. And this card is saying, it won't do itself. The only way to get it done is by Lucy basically getting up and restarting that, if that makes sense. Oh, fantastic. Okay, that makes sense. Well, thank you for confirming that. So they're saying, you know, yes, sometimes we can stagnate and we can stay still and not move for a little while. It's like we take a breather. But sometimes if we take a break for too long, it's more difficult to get back into the saddle. It's like falling off a bike or falling off a horse. If we stay on the ground too long, we're never going to get back on the horse, and we're never going to build up momentum, or we're never going to get back on the bike and build momentum. So yes, it's okay to have a little bit of a break because things are a bit hectic or busy, but don't put them off for too long is the message of this card, because you need to keep up with that to be able to do more deeper connections, if this makes sense. Thank you so much. And yes, you and Ben time is so crucial right now. It's something that you haven't had a lot of lately. And your nan is saying, tell him to leave his work at home and not in his pocket. It's you and Ben's day, not you, Ben, and the work day. So she says, check his pockets before he leaves the house. She says, Lucy will know what I mean. But she says, tell Lucy to check his pockets before he leaves this house on Monday. Yay! Anthony, I do little mini reading cards on my profile. They are free. The 6, but my full readings are not free. Just because I do an hour plus long readings. So people normally, if they're wanting a quick reading, they join me each night in the hope that there'll be one of the 6 that I pick each night. Failing that, people can put their name on my readings list on my profile. And I go through the list every day and I pick 2 to 3 names each day and do a reading on my profile, which is free, and I tag the name in there. You'll see all my previous ones, but if you're wanting a full in-depth reading, they're £25 for a messenger one, just because they take up at least an hour, sometimes 2 hours. So I hope that's answered your question. So for Lucy, definitely get back in on that saddle. There are messages waiting for you from the other side, and they're not able to get to you from the other side unless you get back in the saddle and get the cards out and the dowsers out, etc., etc., and start your ghostwriting back up again as well. So I hope that that helps. Yes, Anthony, if you go to my profile and on my pinned post, there is a free readings list. Just put in the comments on that post that you'd like a card, and I will put you on the list. Bear in mind my reading list. This is my current reading list. I add names to it all the time. These are the ones that I've actually done. These are the ones that are waiting on my list. And I've started a second column, so your name will probably be at the end of the list, but I do work through the list every evening, and eventually I will get to your name. Failing that, you're welcome to join me every night, and you get a chance to be picked from the 6 names that I pick at random on my lives every night. So I hope that helps. No, they just said that they send their love and they want you to know there's a surprise coming your way, and also that they love the new house. They love the garden, pardon me. They love the garden, they love the new house. And they send their love to you. And they're still not telling you what the surprise is. Oh my gosh. I wish they would, because it would put me out of misery as well, because I'm curious to know what the surprise is. You'll have to message me on Monday when you come back home and let me know if there was any surprises. You're more than welcome. I've never seen spirits on Lucy's side that are so cryptic. Honestly, it's like doing a jigsaw puzzle or a crossword. You know, they give you the first 3 letters and you have to fill in the gaps. That's what it's like. It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle, what do you call it? Crossword. That's the word I'm looking for, crossword. Okay, Debbie is up next, and Debbie is our last and final reading of the night on the list. Yep, it is. Who used to, right, just before we go on to Debbie. Right, your granddad saying Cluedo. Who played Cluedo? The name Cluedo. Who was good at Cluedo? Just when we were talking about things being cryptic, your granddad piped up Cluedo. Right, thank you for the confirmation. Right, he's saying now you'll understand why they're giving you cryptic, because you were so darn good at Cluedo. It's always the butler. Oh my gosh, love it. Well, thank you, because I'm sitting there, where does Cluedo come into it? But yeah, it makes sense now. Oh, dear me. I'll tell you, your family make me work. Let me tell you. Is Debbie still with us, or has Debbie fallen asleep? Oh my Lord. Yeah, let's hope it is the 22nd. Let's put us all out of our misery. Oh. And your dad's sitting there saying two little ducks went swimming one day over the hill and far away. One little duck went quack, 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 and only one little duck came back. I haven't heard that poem in absolute years. I know, right? Two little ducks, 22. Oh my God. They are frying my brain tonight, let me tell you. Oh, Lordy. Anyone for duck? Peking duck. Debbie, are you still with us, or have you fallen asleep? I will forgive you if you've fallen asleep. Oh my Lord. Yay, Debbie's here. Okay. My goodness me. What a night. Right, let's shuffle the cards for Debbie. Okay. Debbie, gosh, spirits are coming out in force tonight. As I'm shuffling the cards, it's a William in spirit. Don't know if you can place a William in spirit, but very strong name call out as I'm shuffling the cards for you. He's letting me know, and he's saying there's a William connected somewhere with you or your family, but there is a William coming through from spirit. He is actually in the spirit realm. Good night. I don't know if he's on your side or not. He was just known as Old Willie. Don't worry if you can't take the name just now. Write down William or Old Willie and see if you or your family can place him. It was just basically an in and out. This gentleman come in and said, is Old Willie. I was to let you know it's William. I'm sure his name's William, but he was known as Old Willie. And I feel he's connected to you or someone in your family. He didn't stay long enough to give me any other information other than his name and that he was called Old Willie, and he was just wanting to let you know he was there. Okay, thank you. Because sometimes names come out and it's not till after I've gone offline and people say, I know who that was. That's why I always say, you know, if it doesn't resonate with you, if a name doesn't resonate with you when they're shouting out names, just write them down. And 9 out of 10 times people find them. And they say, oh, I know who Old Willie was. I felt he worked on the land, or he worked with his hands. I don't know if he was a farmer or some kind of a miner, but I feel he worked with his hands, if that makes sense. So it's like he was a manual worker. He worked all of his days. But he was a manual worker. He was working with his hands, is the message that he's kind of showing me. Like a bit of an old grafter. He could turn his hand to most things, but he was more a hands-on type thing. I don't know. It's like he's showing me his hands were never clean. So I'm assuming that he was either a farmer, maybe some kind of a miner, where his hands were always dirty. Hello, Mandy, and anyone else that has joined us. Okay, the Knight of Wands is your card, Debbie. And again, Wands represents projects, career. And the Knight calls for action. So maybe you've been thinking about doing something, but you've put it to one side. Ideas come and go, and rather than putting those ideas to paper and then seeing them through to completion, it's like, I'll think about it, and you put it to the back of your head, and then at a later date it keeps coming back. The same idea keeps coming back in your mind, and you keep saying, well, maybe I'll do it later, maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe whatever, and you keep putting it off. And the Knight is coming in to say it's time to take action on this. Thinking about it won't get it done. Putting it off to tomorrow won't get it done. Ah, right, okay. Hello, Mandy. Okay, maybe the miner, that's maybe why I'm seeing mucky hands, because his hands were never clean. Okay, well, the Knight is saying while it's in here, it's not going anywhere. And it's going to keep coming back. These ideas are going to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back until you manifest them into reality. And the reason that they're coming back is the Knight is saying you need to do this because you'll be darn good at doing it and it will be successful. But you keep putting excuses or self-doubt in the way. What if I fail? What if this doesn't work out? What if I start this? What will other people think? Will people judge me if I do this? Will people judge me if I don't do this? There's so many ifs, buts, and maybes. And the Knight is saying, forget about everybody else's if, buts, and maybes. These ideas are coming to you because they are placed there by Spirit. This is in your heart to do it. And other people's judgment should never come into what you want to do with your life. You should just go ahead and do it, if that makes sense. So no more putting it off. When the night comes in, it's time to take action. It's time to roll the sleeves up and just get the job done, is the message of this card. Oh, beautiful daisies. I love daisies. Thank you, Debbie. I'm so glad I was able to pick a card for you, honey. And I'm so glad that it resonated with you. You know, because sometimes we do get ideas for just coming into our head. I had been thinking about TikTok for 2 or 3 months before I even came on TikTok. Luckily, my friend Tracy pushed me to do TikTok. I was more in my comfort zone on Facebook and Instagram, even though I had very few followers on there. I kind of just got used to the quiet side of my job because I had maybe 1 or 2 readings and I didn't have a lot of call for doing my little mini readings. But my friend Tracy kept at me, and I kept being told by my guides TikTok was the new me. I had to come out of my comfort zone and come and do my readings. And that's quite scary because for those that don't know me, I am registered blind, so I don't have a lot of physical vision. My acute vision is my spiritual vision. So it was a bit scary coming and doing my first live on here, but I have met some wonderful, wonderful people on here. And I get a lot of encouragement from my wonderful partner. He supports me in absolutely everything that I do, and bless him, he gives up his evenings to allow me to spend my evenings with you. So he is my world. So I want to thank everyone, absolutely everyone who keeps coming on. Thank you all for your gifts, your likes, your follows, and for your support and your friendship. It means the absolute world to me. I love being able to share these spiritual messages with you every evening. I know how much they mean to you, and that keeps me doing what I do. Thank you to everyone. I can't thank you enough. I truly can't. You're all amazing. TikTok is a great community to be a part of. Yes, definitely keep up with your Reiki. Thank you. Yes, tomorrow is always a new start. Doesn't matter if today was kind of screwy. Doesn't matter if you've had a bad day today or yesterday or the day before. That's in the past. Every new day is a new opportunity. Every new day is a new beginning. You know, because when we wake up on a new day, today is yesterday. Doesn't matter. It's not important. And whatever went wrong today, we can start from scratch tomorrow. Because we should take each day as a clean canvas. And when we treat each day as a clean canvas, we can make each day beautiful in our own right. Remember, you're the captain of your ship. Whatever you want, the universe will give it to you. You just need to ask, and you need to trust that it will give it to you. If you ask for the highest good. it will give what you ask for. But also be aware of what you ask for, because be aware of your thoughts and your actions, because what you think becomes reality. So if you're thinking negatively, negative will come out of a negative thought. If you're thinking positive, then a positive outcome will always be the case. We are all spiritual energy within a human form. Spirit is just a mass of energy. We connect to that energy through our thoughts and through our words. So always be aware of your thoughts. Keep them positive. And always ask the universe with a positive, true heart. And the universe will give you exactly what you want out of life. You steer your ship, and you can steer that ship into muddy waters, turbulent waters, or you can steer that ship into calm waters. You've got the power within you to manifest the world and the life that you want. And you should never allow other people to stop you from doing what is in your heart to do. Oh, bless Pixie. Oh, I'm sure you'll be doing your sky and earth grounding meditation to make up for it. Okay, folks, time is getting on here. What are we at? We're almost at 2 a.m. here, so, and I've got a couple of little mini readings to do. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone. In fact, I'll probably do my little mini readings tomorrow during the day, as it is a bit late. I will do my little mini card of the day and my affirmation of the day, and catch up with my readings list tomorrow, because tonight's reading has just gone on and on and on, but we've had a good chat, and I've met some wonderful people tonight. So thank you for all the follows, for the likes, for the gifts. Thank you for your time. This video will be shared to my YouTube channel. You'll find the link to my YouTube channel and other social media places on my website, which you'll find on my bio here on TikTok. Love and blessings to you all, and I look forward to seeing you again for another card and affirmation tomorrow evening, and 6 more people will get picked for a reading tomorrow night. So thank you to Debbie, to Pixie, to Lucy, to Xander, to absolutely everyone who's joined me tonight. Good night, Pixie. Good night, Debbie. And good night, everyone who has been watching and following. Thank you all so, so much. Love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a great Friday evening. Let me just turn this off. My iPad never hits the right button, so bear with me. I'm hitting the power button, but it's hitting the wrong one. There we go.